Two former members of the opposition PNP in Hanover have switched to the ruling Jamaica Labour Party. They are former MP aspirant for Eastern Hanover Craig Oates and the man who previously harbored hopes of representing the PNP in the Caldwell division of the Hanover Municipal Corporation, Kenroy Kami. Dana Davey has that story.
Craig Oates has been a fixture on the JLP campaign circuit in Western Jamaica in recent months. It was an open secret that this former comrade, seen dancing in a viral social media video alongside PNP President Mark Golding in 2024, had moved on from the opposition party. On Sunday, Oates told the crowd at a meeting of JLP workers at Bethel Primary and Junior High School in Eastern Hanover that he had applied to become an official member of the Labour Party. Oates, a former policeman, told Nationwide News that he left the PNP because forces in the party tried to undermine him.
What led me to come over to the Jamaica Labour Party was that I experienced firsthand discrimination, bad treatment, and apart from that, they tried to mar my character and my reputation in a very subtle way. And I don't think that is something that I wanted to continue. And most importantly, I spent at least $7.8 million that went down the drain, and I did not get a call from the leader of the party, Mark Golding. I did not get a call from the General Secretary, Dayton Campbell, or any other senior members. It is in recent time I've seen persons now calling.
Oates says claims of corruption inside the Hanover Municipal Corporation also spurred his decision to ditch the PNP. He says if Mark Golding was indeed serious about fighting corruption, he would call for a probe into the dealings at the corporation. Oates says no one can accuse him of betrayal, noting that former PNP stalwarts like the late Dr. D.K. Duncan have also had cause to walk out on the PNP. Dr. Duncan left the PNP to join the Bruce Golding-led National Democratic Movement. Oates says many people have switched parties over the years, noting that people shouldn't be afraid to seek the right vehicle for their ambitions.
So we are saying to PNP supporters, do not be selective when you're saying people switch. And we are saying to people who believe that they're afraid to switch, don't be afraid. So Lawrence Ronak, Central Kingston switch, Craig Oates switch, Ken Calame switch, and we are saying many others are switch. Them probably not come out publicly, but they are switching.
Meanwhile, Kenroy Kami says after observing how the JLP does their politics, it was an easy decision to leave the PNP behind. Dana Davey for Nationwide News.
Everyone, good afternoon Jamaica, good afternoon Hanover. My name is Craig Oates. I'm the former aspirant for Eastern Hanover People's National Party candidate for the constituency. To my right is Mr. Neville Humphrey, former candidate for the Lucy division. And to my left is Mr. Ken Calame, who is also the chairman of the Caldwell division and who acted as a candidate for 2 years. And we're not here to cause any problem. We're just here to let our facts know. Our disappointment with the fact that the party, in some instances, has overstepped its bound on the Constitution, and that all three of us, as men, were given the assurance to go out there to the people, work our communities, our division and the constituency. And after we do that, and each of us have a story to tell, and I will just start quickly with Ken Calame.
So good afternoon. I'm Kenroy Kami. I'm a Justice of the Peace serving my division, the Caldwell division. I've been doing so for several years. I was approached by the People's National Party to give some representation for the division. And in so doing, I went through the process. I applied, I was interviewed by a panel of persons from the PNP, obviously. And I was given a letter that I was successful. And after doing so, the letter states that I was the standard bearer for the division and I should go out and campaign. And I did so. And I did so for 2 years. Meeting the people, greeting the people, fixing roads, assisting in any way I can, and form some sort of, I would say, a bond with the people in the division. And in so, I think we moved the division from persons changing their decision not to vote anymore and to give it another try. And thereafter, surprisingly, 2 years after, I was called by the secretary, Dr. Dayton Campbell, and I was told that, look, unfortunately, they did some polls, and Mr. Sheridan Samuels will be the person that they will be using for the upcoming.
Did you replace Mr. Samuels? Mr. Samuels was who you were replaced by polls.
Yes. And fast me told, I was actually, they've done about 3 or 4 polls, and I came out victorious in all polls. I was polled with Mr. Samuels, and I won. I was polled with the JLP person at the time, and I won. So the facts are there, and it was very disheartening to know that, look, you put yourself out, you assisted in every way you can, and you've actually spoken to the people, and the people are now in agreement that, listen, we are going to give it another chance, and you are the person that we entrust our vote in now. And just to hear a story from Dr. Campbell, it's very disheartening, very, very disheartening.
Have you been given a letter?
I have not even been given a letter. A letter was sent to the constituency chairman. My name wasn't even mentioned. There's a total disrespect and lack of decorum. That's basically what it is. So
and you have spent millions?
I have spent a lot of money. I've spent a lot of money, because you know how this thing is with the politics. When you go and you decide, you have to also decide that you're going to spend money.
And what is the feedback you're getting from
the persons are actually disgruntled, and a lot of persons have actually said to me that they won't be voting this year. I mean, this upcoming local government election, and for the simple fact that how the PNP executive, the secretariat, had dealt with my candidacy. And so, we just want our truth to be told, and for persons to know exactly what took place. And it's the same, very same thing for Comrade Humphrey, So he was actually given a letter as well.
Yes, Comrade Humphrey, there was one last question. Were you invited into Kingston into a meeting, and what, if so, what was this?
Actually, I had actually written to the secretariat and pretty much invited myself to a meeting, and so Comrade Leader had given me the okay after a few tries, and we went up and we had a meeting, and I was told that, in no uncertain terms, that, look, you won the polls. In all the polls, you won, and so we are actually giving the sitting councillor, which is Sheridan Samuels, another chance, because he has the power to create some sort of mischief in the division, and for a lack of a better word, he has the power to pretty much shift the votes.
That was what you told.
That's what I was told, and they were actually worried about that. And so, listen, they said, look, this is the situation, and at the end of the day, they had even offered me the seat for the Eastern Hanover.
So just let me be clear. So you, Kenroy Kami, was offered by the leader of the party and the general secretary, the Eastern Hanover constituency.
The Eastern Hanover constituency.
Jamaica?
Yes.
Hear it. Ken Calame, who is in Cardwell Division, met, by his own words, with the leadership of the party. He was offered Eastern Hanover constituency, somewhere that you're not even from, right?
Exactly. Not even familiar with the person.
Not even.